Welcome back. This is Act 2. We're studying the map, and do you see anything around here? Do you see anything that maybe we specifically were hoping for? Maybe at the end of the last act that looks like it could be exploited by a certain person?
I observe primary colors on your map.
There are many of those. Whoa. Huh. Low sensitivity setting was turned on right there. There are many of those.
Yes, we have shops. We want those. We have 200 extra gold. We have Dimensional Wallet. We both of us desire shops for removals and for optionality, for card optionality. Absolutely.
100%. So how do we get you as many shops and elites as possible?
So I've been thinking about this. And one thing that's kind of fun to look at here is I have 2 wing boots stacks. Now, upgrades are still valuable for me, to be clear. And as you're looking at my deck, I didn't take another energy, right? I didn't take Busted Crown, which means Scrawl is a pretty important upgrade. Conjure Blade is a pretty important upgrade. Talk to the Hand in the long run, incredibly important upgrade. I've got a lot of upgrades that I'd like to land. And so fires are important too. But if we look, we can pretty easily see that these are on the same tier, and these are on the same tier, and this is on a tier by itself, and these are on the same tier, and these are on the same tier. There's a lot of ties. There's not a ton of intermingling, right? Like the most an individual path can get of elites is this one, which is your start, right? You can get 3 elites there. There's no fires. I do think that that's a bad outcome for me, actually, right? And so I've been thinking about it, and I'm like, well, there's also shop here and here. And so I think there's a good chance that my start looks something like, go to this shop. Question marks are fine for me because I have Omamori as well, and I really want to derive value from that, right? Getting to the heart with a full Omamori is a bummer. You really want chances to burn this, and in particular, Act 2 has some good chances to burn it, right? Like we can imagine blocking the Necronoma curse. We can block the curse from the decaying altar event or whatever it's called. There's the curse from the crypt. There's a bunch of
You can shamelessly steal from the beggar.
That's right. There's a lot of curses to block, and they're mostly going to be in events. And so I don't mind this start, especially since it's got a merchant, and then that gives us a chance to take an elite here. Or not, right? Because we did want fires. And so part of me thinks that what I might do is actually jump over here. And then we've got Fire Elite Fire to kind of set myself however I need to be. And then I can take at least one and maybe more elites in the end game. It's just there's so few fires up top, right? This is the hard part. It's like, if I'm not getting some fires down here, I'm not getting fires in this act, really, other than the end, right? And so that's what's difficult about the pathing for me right now as I'm looking at it.
I love that as the pathing. And can I tell you the big reason why? And it's gonna make this whole floor hard to manage. But here it is. I sit here. This is my home.
Okay.
So we know that should you send wing boots to me, it will send to me with full charges. So, should I go? Should I go rather, as in like, if I go rather instead of question mark?
If I were to go.
Yes.
Right.
Should I go up past these to try and find some power to actually do something with the deck that I have rather than just defend with Frost Orbs? I can sit here. You've maybe hop across here instead. Or honestly, it doesn't matter because I would just, you'd do the act. You'd end up here. And obviously we are relying on you rolling that relic to send across.
Which we might not.
That's a weakness. But if we did, then I could try and take that from you here, hop across here. You've cleared this. I've got upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. And then I can go out to the elite that you don't take. And if I really still feel hard done by, I cut out to the left. So the idea is that I find cards here that don't necessarily have a huge amount of value by base, but when upgraded, it's enough. Exactly.
If you have wing boots, you can jump 3 times. You can do whatever you want. That's only 1 jump that you just accounted for.
That is very true.
We can I think we should do it, dude, because we need to. We were talking in the beginning of the episode about taking more advantage of Spire with friends, like leaning in on what is available to us. What's available to us? 2 runs and a courier. That's it. That's the difference, right? And dimensional wallets and String of Fate and a few other things. But I love this. I love this path a lot because there's even a chance where you send the wing boots back at the end of the act.
Yep.
That's getting pretty gnarly. Okay. Okay. So let's get to it. Let's do it.
To it. Get about it.
Let's get to it. Then I'm gonna be just fairly focused on executing as quick as I can to put us in a strong position.
That is totally a-okay, and we'll be doing the same on my side, trying to take care of this Chosen. I love that I always know if I have an empty slot, I'm getting 2 more block than I thought I was. Oh.
I think I'm hopeful that by the end of the run we'll feel good about that frozen core. Just need to get you some more relics. I mean, both of us are like a little relic shy right now.
Mm-hmm.
We both got that Chosen fight. That's almost always true.
Mayhaps I may have powers, please?
Kindly, please. Half of the power.
Yes.
Well,
these are cards.
You should know then. Have you ever considered cucumbers? I've been thinking about cucumbers a lot, and we'll be doing so for several minutes.
Yes, cucumbers. They've... Honestly, not a big fan. Very watery. I don't know if this is a shared experience. What I do know is this means that Teak has got a lot of focusing to do here, so let's see what I can get done in the meantime. In the meanest time.
The meanest time you've ever seen us. Oh, baby. I found my damage.
There's no way that's my damage, right?
Rhapsody. Just quickly, this first fight.
Oh, of course, another fin. You got your pressure points built online. Oh, I'd love to see it.
Oh gosh, finally. Oh my gosh, this is such a nice thing to see. Okay, what were you're trying to figure out about damage?
Yes, there's no way you leave that flex with the double damage.
The question is, can I afford to drop a weak potion? And honestly, I think the answer is yes.
The weak potion in my mind in your run would just be the Book of Stabbing on this floor is the biggest target for that.
Yeah, that's pretty smart. I'm hoping that vulnerable and some damage is going to be the same.
Yep. And obviously you're going to be cycling potions continually. Again, we both have the White Beast statue. Well, I'm about to go into 2 shops. Both shops are guaranteed. You want the rebound. I was about to say both shops are guaranteed to have a power in.
Yes, but the Storm... So Storm is funny for you, right? Storm is really funny for you. So I love Storm. Storm is in a difficult position to where you don't want to take it too early, but by the time you're on time, it's already too late because then you need to find the Storm, right? And so you try to find those runs. It's where you're pretty sure that you can make the investment. And you are going into 2 shops, and there will be 2 powers.
And possibly 3 upgrades after that.
Yep. And so Storm could be quite good, and it certainly is very high top end of damage. Very high top end. It's also in kind of anti-synergistic with your Frozen Eye, or Frozen Core, rather. You need to be quite sure that you're creating space afterwards. Not to say that you need to be able to lean on Frozen Core for the rest of the run. It may just be that it's not that relevant in every fight. But kind of leans against it. Whereas Rebound, you have a very small deck with a hologram and a bunch of upgrades coming up. Rebound plus hologram on a 20-card deck is like wildly consistent. That's a ton of consistency to be able to wheel around, right? So, but also pretty energy intensive. So I could go either way. I do really like Storm, but right now you've got a Hello World. I think your average set of stores, you're seeing like an unupgraded loop and an unupgraded static discharge. Those are great powers. They're great powers without Storm. And if you don't find focus, it's feeling pretty silly. So hard to say. You do have a Pocket Watch, and I will say Pocket Watch is, I've said before, easily top 5 strongest non-boss relic in the game. And I'm not one to make tier lists or whatever because no decision exists in a vacuum, but it really is a lot of power by itself. If you can consistently do a lot with 3 cards one turn, 6 with the next, that can kind of be your Storm in a way.
I'm stammering on it because...
May I see the deck?
Yes. You are more than welcome to do so.
I like Rebound for you a lot. I really do. It's a lot of consistency, dog.
It's 2-0 costs that I have in there as well. God,
Especially with Recycle, a Hologram, Rebound, Pocket Watch. You can build whatever deck you need to win with. As long as you have some mechanism to make sure that the remaining, effectively 1 to 2 draws in cycle beat the fight, then you can have it. It's kind of like Ironclad, actually.
My concern is that rebound is glue consistency. But it doesn't set me up with a trajectory to win. Whereas if I whiff hard because rebound will never be a large. It can contribute to a large amount of your damage, right? With other pieces and other tools, but it's never going to be the majority of your damage.
It's not your damage, no. Yeah, the position that I've
exactly what I'm
offered
lacking
is that consistency can turn one good damage option into all you need. That's the reason why I rate cards like Hologram and Rebound so highly, is because when you are in a run where you're not exactly sure where all your power is coming from, and then you finally find it, you can secure it on every turn where you need it, if you're very consistent. Consistency makes higher damage. Consistency makes higher block. Because you always will find that one reinforced body. You've got a multicast in your deck right now.
Yep.
You've got some really, really great targets for these cards. Storm creates a mechanism by which, if you draft enough powers and you can afford to play them, you can create a lot of lightning, which will win just about every fight. If you find the focus for it.
So
it also don't block.
It don't block. It doesn't block. Very true, right? If chill was one of our innate upgrades, here are 2 things that work together that I'm considering,
sure.
right? We use the lightning evoked, or rather the lightning generated from Storm to evoke frosts that we already have access to.
Right.
We're adding powers to the deck, which by their very nature remove themselves from the second cycle, meaning my second cycle is more consistently things like dual cast and multicast, so that I can use those for damage whilst freeing up a slot to reintroduce a Frozen Core afterwards.
Yeah.
Honestly, it is largely that I feel like I'm in a position of Windmill Strike, of if I whiff on these next 2 stores, like that's an elite.
Right. right.
I feel like I whiff on those 2 and then I eat the floor.
Here's a different angle to consider this that might be useful. Storm in its best case will win everything, but the best case is quite extreme, right?
Yes.
Like we're talking the Legend of Defect Tale of 4 Storms with a Mummified Hand, okay? We're talking about a deck that has 10 powers, a bunch of focus, and Mummified Hand are a significant creation of energy. These are very rare runs, even if you start drafting now. The likelihood that Storm is a key piece to your damage profile for Awakened one is very low, right? But it is a lot of damage in hallway and elite fights, almost always. And so if what you want is the card which most secures the kind of mid game and most secures fairly consistently just a bit more damage to get through these next few fights, Storm can do it pretty consistently. Rebound will be a good utility in every fight. It will never be the colossal defect 4 Storms. It won't, right? And so I think that actually your point is pretty salient, which is Storm is one way to be quite strong, or to get just a bit more oomph, for the next hallway fights and for the elite fight. And I do like it. It's just, if you don't get it online for bosses, you do end up with a deck that's got a bunch of powers that you threw together to be able to do enough damage in hallway fights. You can make up for that cruft because of Pocket Watch, but it's dead weight. The Storm is a good utility too. You should take the Storm. Woo! You should take that potion.
Yes. Oh, this was sitting behind it the whole time, by the way. I didn't mention that.
What are you doing? It's like one of the strongest potions in the game.
Oh yeah, no,
Holy
I'm taking
crap.
it. Oh, he's coming along.
Okay, good.
Don't get me
Wait, but
wrong.
that affected the choice is my point. Like, I think that pushes you towards rebound. Well, you got a storm now, baby.
Whoa! And heat sinks! And
Oh my god, is that the runic
read?
capacitor? Wow.
Actually,
Wow.
Toy Ornithopter!
There's a lot here. There's a lot here. How
Okay.
much of my money are you spending? Little brother.
150, 150, 150. I'm gonna send about 500 of it into the abyss right now. Toy Ornithopter, heat sinks, Hand of Greed, and Doom and Gloom.
500? You got another shop. I've got a shop.
Okay, well I can...
That's pretty brutal.
This has to come along. It's... every fight, it's 5 HP. It's the
It is really
Ironclad's
good.
relic.
It is really good for you. And a little bit of sustain would be very, very strong for you.
Heat sinks is maybe more draw than I need.
And you did have 440 gold coming into the act prior to Dimensional Wallet.
Yes.
You could easily have afforded Runic Capacitor and Toy Ornithopter.
There's the Doom and Gloom that I was asking for. Hand of Greed is good direct damage. Hand of Greed is also quite early here. Upgrades to become 25 damage individual to a single target.
Can be harder to land consistently with Defect if you're doing incidental damage or if you can't overblock substantially.
Good
If you
point,
had
well
more
made.
focus, it would be a fantastic card because you build up your Fortress of Ice, Elsa, and then you get Hand of Greed kills everywhere. You may struggle, especially if you're going to take a pretty fight-shy act. If you're going to take a very fight-strong act, it's great, and it might still just be a damage card that you need. You don't have an extra energy?
No.
I'm not as excited about the Hand of Greed as you are, and I love the card.
Okay.
But I am excited
I could settle
about
for
Doom and Gloom.
Toy Doom remove.
You're not hungry for that heat sinks?
So, I do have, like, I've got some access already to draw and card generation. And while it is another power, and immediately I want to pick it because it's another power, it gives us the ability to try and start cycling off as well. I feel like I have to choose a thing not to take as a result of that. Like, I'd choose not to take removal for the heat sinks in that circumstance.
Do you have a path where you bail out of the next merchant? Because that's another thing that you could potentially choose, is to just have one really strong shop.
So, I could. I definitely theoretically could. However,
But
the plan that leads you
It's
all the
true.
way up
It's
here
good.
results in us having a lot more gold. I could even sit here and wait until I get the golds for something good if we
very true.
desperately don't need it.
Tell me something good. Okay, sit on this for a minute. I'll give you a breather because I need to know which potions to take. I just dropped a vulnerable potion for a duplication potion. I have Sacred Bark. And so the question is, do I pick up a 24 value block potion here over one of my damage potions? Or is damage always block? I think damage is always block everywhere but here.
Damage is block, and you're going to have to cycle through those potions like a fair few times before we even get to the collector if you want to get like value out of them.
So I'm just going to leave these?
I would.
I think that these are strong enough that the places where I need to block for an extra 24, like Tri-Slavers, I'm fine. Okay. It's so weird to get 3 free potions and just throw 48 health on the ground, right? But like that means we believe this is 48 health, so cool. Okay, let me see your shop. We're gonna solve this. Toy Ornithopter. You should click it.
Agreed.
You need a little sustain.
That just needs to be in the deck. It feels like I am missing Doom and Gloom, but also if I am going for a
You don't need a card
storm
removal
play,
here, for what it's worth. If we're trying to penny pinch.
that's
Like,
true.
You do have a pocket watch.
Part of me is like, if I am going for a storm kind of plan, oh no, but Doom and Gloom is my boss kill. That's what it is. It is get a Dark Orb out. It is blow up boss. Defend.
It's a way
the
for you to beat
interim.
Collector, which you need. You need a way to beat Collector.
Dark Orbs aren't a great way of beating Collector. It is AoE though, in its individual damage stance.
It'll be fine, I think, especially with that focus pot. I think it'll be fine.
So here's the final thing. I could remove and then move 2 spaces forward, and if that shop has like a mummified hand in it, you can just wait. I can pick that up later after you get gold. Or if
I
it's
am
complete
going to a
garbage
shop.
there. Yes, that is true as well.
Yeah.
If it's complete garbage and you fill out there, like it's I feel like the fact that we can like gain money while standing still if the other person moves
That's
means
true.
that
It's pretty cool.
I can risk this being a whiff.
I think you
or
should skip.
a good
And
thing
here's
to
why.
enter.
175 gold for you on removals pushes us to a really, really tight monetary position. And if you're planning to take lots of powers, you're going to want some dilution anyway. So you don't draw a hand of, you know, a storm, a heat sinks, a hello world, and a static discharge. That's a really bad hand. So I don't think you'll regret. Like, we'd love to take every removal, but this is one of those positions where you can get away with not.
Ouch.
Getting value out of that fire potion, baby. Love to see it.
Sir, it's not 40 for me, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, I'm saying I did in the same fight. Yeah.
Ah, right.
Right. You couldn't doom and gloom on that turn?
I could have, but it would have cost me defense that I felt I needed.
Well, you have 6 orb slots. That's good. Man, we need to find you some focus. Holy crap. Nice find.
It's going to be good, ultimately.
Yeah, and the sustain is paying off already from Toy Ornithopter, and that was our dream. Was for the sustain to be great. It's just cucumbers all the way down, dog.
It's just cucumbers all the way down. Rolling as Q as... Whoa, okay,
As Q is a cucumber.
Exactly. Oh, thank
Okay.
heck.
Rhapsody. I'm sorry to do this to you again, but this is my second card
Come
pick.
on. Yeah, click the card. Click that card.
Shut up, T. Shut up.
Okay.
Wow, there's a calipers there.
There's a calipers here.
You still have no focus. You're
No,
like focus
no.
potion to the moon.
Oh, tick.
Oh, you got a defragment. Good.
Defrag
That's
from
huge,
last fight.
actually. I didn't see that in your last fight.
I do really want to try and go for the max upgrades, like the whole
shebang
wings kind of plan.
Okay. So in that case, then the question becomes, are you going to sit on the shop and not buy anything? Because from here, I rocket to the end of the path. And it would probably be a good idea for me to use my shop. Like Anchor, I'd really like to buy here. I have a lot of variance and damage taken in the beginning of the fight, but from there I usually win.
Yep.
Meat on the bone would be great, but I can probably get away with not taking it. I mean, I don't have any built-in sustain, but I suspect that Anchor will create as much value for me as Meat on the Bone, and in the end game, it's going to be better. I'm expecting this deck to get to a point to where it simply wins. And it's just a matter of getting a prismatic shard is kind of funny, right? The cheese. I like quite a bit.
An orb slot.
I like quite a bit Anchor and a removal. You get an orb slot, yeah, that's true. That's 255, and that still leaves with 150, and then on my typical path, 165, I think, what is the average on elites? Did we determine the average on elites? It's like 35 or is it 30? I always forget this number. I can't remember if it's 30 to 40 or, because hallway fights are 10 to 20, average 15. And I want to say that an elite is like 25 to 35 or something. Anyway, we'll call it 30. So yeah, we're sitting at like 200-ish at this point, 230, another 60, 290-ish for you. There's a chance if we can find enough money at that point to get you to calipers. And that would be it. And then we can't afford the courier. That's tough.
That's tough. Well, I mean,
So maybe we just buy Anchor, and I skip a removal here too.
Can I have a second looking at the deck?
Absolutely. Gladly. 3 sources of wrath, an eruption, tantrum, and simmering fury. 2 sources of calm, in vigilance and fear no evil.
With you having vigilance, fear no evil, eruption, tantrum, talk to the hand, swift strike, mental fortress, rushdown, simmering fury, every card that isn't those in the deck, contemplate as well. If we're working
It's
around
garbage.
the edges, but honestly, it's probably not really going to revel it. Every other card is trash.
Yes.
Yes. It feels a real shame to ever pass up an opportunity to remove with your deck.
I would agree. But, I mean, we have to both win. We're in this together, right? For what it's worth, I suspect that Calipers for you is going to be a waste of money. And the reason is, if you're consistently getting to the points where you're overblocking enough with Calipers, you're consistently overblocking anyway.
Yep.
Because you're doing it on Frost Orbs, with the major exception being a colossal multicast Frost Orb, which is a real thing. You know, you're like, this turn, I multicast Frost and I get 150 block because of some recycle shenanigans.
Yep.
But I think in most cases, if you're overblocking, you're going to continue to overblock.
So
With
is there a world
big variance
for me?
fights trouble?
Is there a world for me where I leave this store with the panache and the loop? 0 cost power. I have a bunch of 0 cost cards in the deck. I've got draw.
Panache is a sweet card, dude. Panache is a sweet card, and I think consistently getting to... Defect is one of the best proccers of Panache, and you're in a surprising position where you're a Defect who has trouble doing damage. I love this Panache, and I wasn't even thinking about it. I actually think this Panache is fantastic. We need to get you a turbo. It certainly makes things like the hologram better.
The collector also pushes me in the direction of the panache.
Yes. Oh, click that card, dude. But do we need to wait because of money here? Well, I guess I don't get a removal. I didn't think about that. I forgot about that.
I clicked too quickly.
I'm assuming I should buy this anchor. And I think I'm losing out on a card remove here, and I think that was probably already true. Yeah. So we'll call it 63. We've got good potions. We'll call it 63. Okay, are you ready for the gauntlet? I think you're staying in the store that you're in.
Yes, I'm going to be staying in this store for a little bit, just in case we end up with money that influences some extra decision here.
Okay, then it's just a matter of maximizing our opportunity. And I think that the opportunity here is to get a Simmering Fury max hand. We've got lots of outs, so we want to be leaning into the statistically strong paths. Basically always. Oh, and we have a Vigilance in this hand too. And a Fear No Evil? This hand's very, very strong. The question is, how are we also producing enough block? Vigilance for 6. Tantrum. Talk to the hand. Fear No Evil. This Tantrum is generating us 3 energy, which means we only have 1 energy left at this point. And the Fear No Evil is only gaining us 2 block. Maybe it's just Talk, Tantrum, Fear? It's not enough block.
Yeah, no.
Should we just win?
It's quite short. Would you? You're weakened.
With a Flex Potion, almost definitely we can win this turn. But it's just a matter of whether or not we want to spend a Flex Potion.
So that would be, you go to 13 damage by 3 on a multi-hit, so you want that to be your finisher. So what other attacks are you throwing out this turn that gets the kill?
3, 10, 13. We're currently Wrath, 20, 26. Weakness, 26, 13, 6.5. It's 7 off, 19. 19 by 3. That's almost a kill by itself. It's just Flex Potion and attack, like a Windmill Strike and a Tantrum, and we're there. But that's our whole Flex Potion. So getting to a kill on this turn with Flex Potion is certainly not the hard part.
I mean,
It's
look,
just,
you get more potions at the end of every single fight, and this fight is going to take a lot of HP from you if you don't do it, I think.
Yeah, right. That's the part that I'm trying to play around finding is what's the least damage that we can take without using a potion. It's looking like the line would be talk to the hand, fear no evil, tantrum, right? Because then we're getting to
extra energy as well.
6, 8. At the end of that, we're back on 3 energy. 8, 14, and say 17 out of 24. That's not so bad, dude. Takes 7 damage to be able to hold a flex potion. It's not bad at all. And then we get all of our important stuff online. But then next turn, we either win or take a bunch of damage again.
Yeah.
So that's the trouble.
It is, right? Because you're guaranteed the enemy is attacking again next turn. You've got the debuff on turn 1, so you've got the 2 following attacks.
But maybe the answer is we do that, and then that allows us to use a swift potion instead of a flex potion. Because being able to flex potion against the Book of Stabbing would be really, really good.
Huge.
Really, really good. Okay, let's play that line then, I think. I like that line. Dude, these runs are hard. This is a gnarly one, especially if we want to win. We could certainly play fast and die, which is always an option. Play fast and die.
Excuse me. That just feels like it would be such
a waste.
It's specifically that we're doing the Spire with friends that would be like, oh, that hurts.
Yep. Fun fact: I could have played you know this, but I'm sure some people don't. If you play Conjure Blade on 0 energy, you still make an expunger, and it does 9 by 0. This attack hits the enemy for nothing. You know what? And this is a stronger hand too than I even remembered, because we have a rush down here, so we can rush down, draw, if we wanted to, and then maybe like work on killing. We might be able to kill this turn. Heck, can we kill without drawing? Eruption. 22. We've been there enough times that now we remember. The rounding 6, 22. Tantrum was 4, so that's 12. But we've got Malleable to deal with. Man, the weakness is really gnarly, isn't it?
It's the fact that you don't have an exit in your hand, because I really want to go like rush down, mental fortress, eruption, go, right? But like,
well, we still have Swift Pot too, and if we do that, we only have 11 cards to draw, and if we rush down mental fortress, eruption, we've played 3, drawn 2, we're back up to 9, and it's out of this because the first 2 are powers, right? So we've got a Swift Pot.
What if you didn't play Rushdown?
Are you saying we have lethal? That's what I was trying to count.
No. I'm not. I might be wrong that we don't have lethal. But if Rushdown is going to like represent what 2 draw this turn, possibly another 2 draw on a following turn, you've got Tantrum.
Right, maybe
that
it's
you're
a
not
waste
necessarily considering. Exactly. Maybe Swift Pot is your Rushdown and it's 0 mana.
The value of Rushdown is that it gets us a little bit of draw to keep from recycling like these cards, right? So we would only be drawing from our discard, versus if we don't play Rushdown, then Eruption's coming back, the strikes are coming, whatever we play is coming back with the Swift Pot, right? But yeah, I do like it. I'm gonna trust my Watcher gut on this one because I'm feeling very tuned.
Do it.
And I'm going to go forward.
Proceed with haste.
And in the worst case, we know a line.
I fear we live in the worst case. Do you have an exit?
Not yet. I'm planning to Swift Potion. At least tentatively. Still get a total of 2 draw, or 4 draw, right? Between the 2 of them. Assuming that I'm holding to have enough for Vigilance.
So, worst case, absolute worst case, you've got Tantrum and then Duplication Potion blow up the enemy. Tantrum, Duplication Potion, and Flex Pot blows up the enemy. Like, that's
right.
the worst
we can play
case.
Everything. Yeah, we can play literally all of it.
1 energy left in hand gives you the ability to bail out of the absolute worst case. But it deprives... No, it would deprive you of vigilance. It's just...
Yeah.
It's just what happens if this whiffs.
I know. Well, so there's always play protect, block for 24 out of 48, take 24 damage, not the end of the world. Like, these potions certainly win these fights. Serplant! Such a stinky dude.
Nice.
Right. Nice. We take these.
Most definitely.
I'm definitely leaning into some, like... And this is very dangerous because when you lean into probabilistic best path, you might open up like a greater bottom end, you know, of like, oops, I whiff and so I therefore die. But because we have such strong potions and because we do need to be quite strong, if I play purely the most conservative line every time, I increase my average damage taken. And I can't really afford to increase my average damage taken. I have to win. Not horrible.
Good.
And we got a liquid memory, so I'm glad that we spent. It's never prostrate, right? You don't ever take a prostrate here?
Maybe if you took the brilliance in the previous store.
What about this guy?
Yeah.
I like this guy.
Yeah. This guy's a good guy.
I like this guy. Okay, I'm going to jump and do like this because I think I've determined that I need fires. The other option was to try to take 2 elites, and maybe that's better. And we do have really strong potions. You're right. We should take 2 elites. Less upgrades. More
Let's think about the individual elites. How are you going with the gremlin
leader?
Yeah.
We kill them.
Okay, that sounds good.
The answer for every elite is we kill them and try to ignore their mechanics.
Uh-huh. So
with our potions, to be clear.
Assuming you do that, are you then still jumping across to another elite? And if you are doing that, what potion are you using?
Right. And the position is that flex potion, that any 2 of these potions safely kill an elite. And I think that that's pretty true, actually.
Yes.
Duplication Pod and Liquid Memories are both really, really strong, too. Yeah, we can do a pretty obscene amount of damage. I will be sad to not get all the upgrades, though. I do think that, like, upgrading this and this, particularly these 2, but also this one, make us very substantially stronger.
Mm-hmm. They definitely do.
Fortress. But you know what else makes us very substantially stronger? Getting more money and getting more removals.
More money is...
And I took a Sacred Bark.
Use enemies.
I think we should take 2 elites. We should take 2 elites because this deck doesn't need upgrades if it only had Fear No Evil, Talk to the Hand, right? Like you said. If we can actually reduce it down to that core, it wins without needing upgrades. And we reduce it down to that core using strong relics and money. And maybe one of these fools will drop us like an old coin. That'd be sick.
Especially because it means I'm probably going to find an old coin myself. Actually, old coin jumps back and forth between the 2 of us. Oh my god. Upon pickup, gain 300 gold.
Oh crap, that's true. We can make so much money. Oh man, how do you even think about all this stuff now?
Oh, it's going to be so good.
Are we ever scroll on this turn?
Like scroll and try and set up some
It's because of liquid
or...
memories. It's because of liquid memories. If we talk to the hand, Swift Strike, Simmering Fury, we're still taking 2 damage. We're getting draw from Centennial Puzzle. That plus the Simmering Fury, we're at max hand. So we talk to the hand, Swift Strike, Scrawl, or even play all 3 and end on Scrawl to see more cards. So that on the next turn, when we have 10 in the hand, we potentially use this instead of this. Because Flex Potion will very consistently kill a target for us, right? So it just opens up more ways to use the slightly lower value potions, not to call Liquid Memories low value. Because then on the next turn, we could potentially bring back, like, you know, the Fear No Evil we picked. It also increases our outs substantially. Like, it increases the chance that we find a calm source next turn.
Right. It's just, it locks you into getting your value from the Liquid Memories rather than from the dupe pot.
Rather,
won't
I
wanna
would
pop
argue
all
that
of
it
them,
opens
right?
up the liquid memories. Right now, the
Yes.
liquid memories is not open.
Okay. So
It's just whatever we play in the next hand.
the other line that I would consider would just be talk to the hand Swift Strike.
And don't
Get-
play the Simmering Fury.
Yeah, you get to your max draw next turn. You're not doubling their damage, but honestly, like I like the idea of putting everything into the discard and being able to pull it back.
Okay. Okay, then I'm gonna do that. And the reason is
do talk scroll before you throw the Swift Strike, because you may just want to take the 4 damage and play a power.
over Simmering and like get the rush down in play.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ooh, Fear No Evil. Working double time.
That's pretty great. Notably now, if we switch strike, we don't take damage.
Yeah, you wouldn't take damage. Excuse me. You wouldn't take damage, and you'd prevent the pocket watch.
Which is not ideal. I'd like to draw.
We need to
Don't
get
have
you a
rush down
Jax.
No lie. A Jax and a Turbo. Smile. I think I want to take this 2 damage, right?
Yeah.
Get that full 10 card hand. Not that I can even draw that much. With all these stinky linkies.
Ooh.
Rush down here too.
And Mental Fortress.
Check it. Mental. This turn is sweet. Mental. Eruption.
Mm-hmm.
Vigilance. Rush down Tantrum.
I like Mental Eruption, right? Draws you to the bottom of the deck that you currently have.
Uh-huh.
It's
I guess
1 energy
getting
positive.
Oh, and then with liquid memories for this, yeah. Yeah.
Do it.
Oh, but we can't liquid memories for this. We would have to do it before we play Tantrum. That's probably good, though.
Oh, wait.
You see what I'm saying?
There might be a play here where you just
Ooh.
use the flex pot and you play Tantrum 2 times by putting it back into your draw pile.
Yes. And maybe it's better to burn Flex Pot here than here. I've been considering Flex the easier way to get a kill. And so I've been trying to figure out how to consistently get a kill with liquid memories, but maybe that's wrong. Because the liquid memories, it's more finicky, right? As we just showed, you have to play around it a lot more. Whereas Flex, I just draw a pocket watch hand, I play the Flex potion, and I kill whatever I want. I'm gonna kill something, right?
That's true.
And so that's why I've been trying. I'm confident that at any time I can play this and win. Is I guess kind of what I'm thinking, right? I didn't realize I had 2 cards left. So yeah, maybe. Okay. Check it.
Cool.
Mental. Rush down now, actually.
Yep.
Eruption. Vigilance.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to play the Tantrum.
Yep.
Which means I need to liquid memories for something now.
Mm-hmm.
The thing I think I'm liquid memories for
Fear No Evil.
is Vigilance
Huh?
for the more block.
But are
and
you
Fear
gonna?
No Evil.
Are you going to be
Both.
like, oh yeah, go for both, yeah, so you can jump back? You can do a lot of tantruming this turn. I don't
Yes.
think your block is your limitation.
Yes. Yeah. No, it's just continuing to draw. Basically, what I'm generating is
Yep.
draw
But-
and energy. I should have maybe played this on 0 cost or something. Don't know. Draws itself.
Oh my god, it did. Perfect.
I knew this because
Yeah.
I've done it.
Oh right.
I knew it
right,
would.
Sorry. I thought you actually had gone into the new deck, but you did. You draw choked there. That was clever.
That's right.
That was very clever.
Draws itself again. And with so much block, we can keep going. Why
Yeah.
stop? Continue instead.
Do you want to conjure?
That was an option. I was going to keep drawing.
Yeah, no, keep drawing. Yeah, I think this is many different ways
I think we made it.
Get there.
Conjure now. Hold windmill.
It's
kind of cute.
It is.
It increases our wins.
Anything will get your kill.
Yeah, but we want it to be this. I want to expunge this fool. Okay, thank you for your patience and for doing this strategizing with me, because it's definitely been like you say, pretty finicky.
Not
but
at all. Happy to do it.
we're trying to take like a ludicrously effective path. And oh man, ancient potion, dude.
I'm so glad you didn't. Oh, what?
Come on. I want it, but I kind of want this. I kind of want to upgrade the whole deck.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Okay, we're cranking this baby up because we are in a very different run than we were in. But it's still gonna be like, if I make a mistake, I lose.
Mm-hmm.
But if we keep playing this tight and we keep using potions this tightly, it's gonna be great. So this is one of those turns to where it's like, I'm glad we kept the flex potion, but also, ow? Probably it's just gonna be rush down, eruption, tantrum, halt, take 40? Take 18? It's not bad.
Do you want to go rush down eruption tantrum, or maybe like rush down tantrum first? Because then tantrum goes back into the draw pile and you've floated 1 energy for...
The reason why...
to double the damage from the... Yeah, good point.
You're making this into 20 times 3. That's a 60 damage potion on just the tantrum. It kills whoever we want.
Mm-hmm.
And so then we can afford to like eruption the frontliner, tantrum the backliner for 26 times 3. I mean, it's already, what? It's already 13 times 3, 13, 26, 39. But yeah, this makes it a single card kill.
Mm-hmm. So you'll have 22 block against incoming of 14. Yeah, 40 total.
Not ideal, obviously, to take so much damage.
It happens.
And there's a world to where you use the ancient potion to keep in the 10 strength, but I'm pretty sure from here, we're not going to want for damage, really. We're going to be okay on that front.
Yeah.
It's just going to be a matter of trying to win without taking any more damage. Centennial Puzzle makes that a lot easier to do. This makes that a lot easier to do also. Talk to the hand, the backline. Ideally, these two kill you. Deceive Reality, Mental Fortress. This is going to be 7.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we don't talk to the hand, the Taskmaster. But then we don't kill Front Slaver.
Well,
so yeah, we really want to use these.
Yeah, Front Slaver is the Swift Strike and Fear No Evil, as you're demonstrating.
I think so, right?
And then you've got 2 energy left over, so why can't that 2 energy be Mental Fortress and Talk to the Hand?
And that's for block total?
Oh,
I'm trying to take no damage.
Yeah. Well, with only 1 swap between your 2 stances, Deceive Reality and Mental Fortress are the same this turn, unless you also play Safety.
Right. Right. And that's the reason why I was looking at Talk to the Hand, like, is there something clever I can do with you to where I get that missing couple points of block, right? But I don't see it.
What if
There's a line where we don't play Mental Fortress?
What if you Mental Fortress, Talk to the Hand, the frontliner, because it's only going to be 7 per turn on that backliner. Like, that's not hard to block at all. Mental Fortress, Talk to the Hand, the frontliner, then hit them with a Swift Strike. They stay alive. That's 14 damage total. And then you hit them with a Fear No Evil. So you've gotten 1 stance change, and you've gotten 2 triggers getting you a total of 8
Perfect.
block.
Perfect. That's perfect. It means no Deceive Reality, but that's okay. We want to learn Land Lesson Learned. Are we going to easily be able to do that?
Yeah, you got a Vigilance and a Protect left in the draw pile.
So we'll be okay, I think, right? Nice.
Nice. Is Tantrum Windmill Lesson Learned the kill?
That is a great question. Windmill's 30, Tantrum's 9, 39, and this is 20 more. 59? Looks like it.
I put those numbers in my calculator and it comes up with a happy face.
Oh my gosh. I like this calculator. It upgrades my deck. Every card's better when it's upgraded. Damaru. Dude, Fairy in a Bottle with Sacred Bark is so funny.
Oh, what?
Every card I ever dream of. Put them all together and put them in my soup. We should take more elites. Smile.
They put all the good things in your run. I got a runic capacitor. To be clear, I got a good thing.
You do, and that's a great relic. That's a great relic. Book of Stabbing again? In my life? Dude, do we ever Art of War this turn? Just like scroll and try to play Vigilance?
I think you're going to regret not having that talk to the hand up.
I think you're right. Maybe it's talk to the hand, strike.
Full hand, next
still.
hand?
I'll be a little sad to whiff on a potential fasting, I guess. But yeah, full hand, next hand is pretty nice, right? Although, gosh, it would be really nice to... So what are we going to use in this fight to win? If we use Dupe Pot here, it'll make this a little scarier. Because, like, if we get Tri-Slavers again, at that point, we're winning it with Fairy in a Bottle, basically.
There's also the fasting and... Or use the fasting in the Ancient Potion.
So maybe this is Scrawl, Talk, Strike. And if we draw fasting, we play Scrawl fasting.
Yep.
You like that? Tantrum? Oh my gosh.
That feels
So
bad.
there's a world where we talk to the hand and dupe pot the tantrum. Because that's 6/12 block.
If Dupe Pot dupes your next 2 cards, you could dupe the talk to the hand and the tantrum.
True. And it does. And that's a very strong
I
line.
increasingly like that. Because tantrum's back in the draw pile. You, like...
Yep.
No matter what you draw, you're drawing damage. Sorry,
Yeah.
you're drawing defense.
Okay, so that would be the first would go off, then the second would give us 2 block, and then the tantrums are giving us 4 times 3 block. They're 12 block each. I've played them twice. It's 24 block. We're easily blocking this turn, and we're set up to continue blocking pretty effectively, which is great because we're not drawing any cards. And next turn could potentially be 14 times 3 with a 5-card hand.
You also do have a fairy in a bottle, so there is safety
And out.
and out.
Yeah.
Regardless.
It's a crazy strong setup. I guess it comes down to, do we need to do it? If I just talk to the hand tantrum, no dupe pot, that's 6, and then I could play this, 8 block. We'll be at 18 block out of 28. Yeah, that's...
Totally 10 taken.
It's pretty painful, right?
Does hurt.
Let's do the DuPont thing. Ah, should I be holding that? Because like Ancient Potion DuPont on fasting is ridiculously strong. That's like beat anything in the game strong, basically. And
It
so
is.
we certainly have really crazy potions. And if we can path a path through this Book of Stabbing but we need to limit our damage very substantially. We beat the last Book of Stabbing, what, with Liquid Memories in order to get like a rushdown chain online? We're going to need this tantrum in the draw, aren't we?
Yeah, that is the big thing, right? I need the tantrum. I think the tantrum needs to be in the draw pile. And I think the easiest way to get it there and not feel bad about it is the dupe pot.
No, I agree.
And this also makes the rest of the fight a lot simpler. So it's not just
A lot.
like
It's just next turn that's horrifying. Because we just draw, but I mean, if you just draw Vigilance, then never miss.
Nice.
And then now, we get Pocket Watch value. And we get Art of War value. And we're set up. And there's a rushdown. And there's a fasting. And there's a Fear No Evil.
Indeed everything.
Everything. It's all here. So, fasting, rushdown, eruption. Fear No Evil, tantrum. No. Fasting, rushdown, tantrum. This way we get to play Tantrum 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
And this
Which
kills
means,
the crab.
like, you'll be blocked even if the enemy has their 48 and you don't kill them. Right. It's beautiful. Fear no evil
Is it
tantrum,
maybe
right?
Tantrum, Fear No Evil, Eruption? Yeah, I think we just win here, actually.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah, in fact, we can just Eruption, Fear No Evil, and that's 50. Looks like game.
Hold. Lesson learned.
I missed it. That's okay.
Okay.
This keeps us from taking damage. I'm sorry, I missed your hold. You're definitely right to try to find a way to get lesson learned there. We definitely want it.
It was late. I said it as you clicked the card.
No, it's all good. I had totally forgotten because I had stopped worrying about lesson learned as much when I realized that I had 24 health and I'm trying to take another elite.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, we got War Paint here.
War Paint's a good
and
thing
that
to
other
pass back
rushdown
and
we
forth.
wanted.
That prostrate doesn't look awful.
It
You
doesn't,
just
and
got
neither did the Prostrate
fasting.
Plus,
you just
right?
got tomorrow.
It's true. It's true. That makes it a lot better. It's
Although
true.
it's also there with just lucky, which you also do have fasting in that deck. Sometimes it looks like
God
you
dang.
really need the ability to use more energy, and a 0-cost card uses 0 energy. Most of the time.
Maybe you're right. Maybe both of these are better than Rushdown. You don't really need a lot of Rushdowns. It's just consistency to get it online, and they're not upgraded.
Mm-hmm.
Just Lucky is incredible for us right now. You're definitely not wrong. And so is getting a couple prostrates online. And Divinity is another way to leave Wrath.
Mm-hmm. It's very, very true. Every prostrate is going to
And
make
it's
the
another
next
way to
prostrate
generate
easy
energy.
to take.
Heck, how do you even choose? How do you even choose?
I think,
Has anybody ever chosen a card in this video game?
I think you flip a coin. And by flip a coin, I mean take just lucky.
You like the Just Lucky over the prostrate? Okay.
Yeah. I think I do.
Okay.
I think like the slight thing that's pushing me there is that it is a trigger of your talk to the hand as well as its own block, as well as... Oh, can't...
Got a power
sounds.
pot.
Just sounds.
We're doing quite well. Pantograph is maybe the heal I was missing. I think I take that over Sapphire Key. Almost always. That's 75 health in the rest of this run. And Orichalcum is block at the end of the turn, which I typically like quite a lot, but I think I'm taking a Sapphire Key here.
Yeah, you generate block almost every turn.
Yep.
And after certain actions, you definitely generate it every turn.
Is this Power Potion turn 1? And then Fear No Evil Simmering.
You do have a good setup in Fear No Evil, Simmering, and Defend. Or... God.
Or just Swift Strike. We're taking damage here almost always, so we'll draw 8 cards off of that.
What powers would you... What powers give you value in the circumstance?
Heroes are alive. So, Mental Fortress. Rushdown. Fasting. Liquid. Like water. Like water is quite good here.
Like water would be really good here.
Deva sets us up for a very strong turn 2 and 3. We win. What else is there in Power Pool that I'm not thinking of? Study, I would. Maybe, right?
Foresight?
Definitely Foresight. Quite good.
Yeah, do it.
And the key is just like I'm trying to cycle potions too to simplify these fights, to take advantage of them.
Yeah, exactly. Otherwise, you're just leaving value on the table consistently.
There's the like water. I think that's where we're headed, right?
You don't do much card generation. You do some.
Yeah.
Safety and stuff, but yeah, like water.
Expunger actually loves to be upgraded. It goes from 9x to 15x. It's a ridiculous upgrade, but
I just don't think you're playing that in this fight.
yeah. So we're definitely breaking Pocket Watch, which is fine. This gets us a lot more block. We still take damage. We still draw to full hand. True the Vigilance, that's great.
Have you absolutely got that?
Just lucky. 18, 12, 30, 36. That kills the backliner. That's good.
Very nice. You'll be able to
And then
defend
we
after
just
that
want to
with
block
the,
for as much as possible.
yeah, mental vigilance.
Mental vigilance.
You can even probably get Rushdown as well out, right, if I'm counting correctly.
I think you're right. We gonna learn a lesson next turn? Hopefully.
That plus Windmill Strike kills something, but you would need a Wrath entry.
Which we should have, because we haven't drawn either of these. So there's a good chance. This puts us at 14, plus we have like water. So we're full blocked here. No problem.
Yes.
We strong.
Very.
Meanwhile, your defect is like...
Anemic.
What's the Jeopardy music? Do, 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 do. Let me free. So cool thing is cool. If we fasting here, then this halt is also double dipping on the dexterity.
Yep.
And we will easily fully block. And the question is, can I then win with lesson learned? That's the trouble. We will generate 3 energy back. So we could, like, fasting, eruption, talk to the hand, lesson learned, but does that kill the frontliner? Fasting puts us at +4 strength. Eruption is base 9, up by 4, 13, and then still weakened, 13, 3.259. Talk to the hand, base 5, up to 9, 18, 4.5 off. 13, 9, 22. Lesson learned, 10. 10, 14, 28.
15. Oh, sorry.
So no.
10, 20. Yeah, that's not.
Can we win with Windmill Strike?
Okay, so Windmill Strike goes to 22. We've done a lot of work with that one so far.
But fasting.
But you wouldn't be able to play fasting as a result.
Well, what I'm suggesting is skipping lesson learned this cycle and using Windmill to kill the slaver.
Oh. Yeah, you could.
Does that get there? 15, 19, 38, weakened, 10 off, 28. 28 plus 9 is 37. Plus the talk to hand, which we determined was how much?
I've been thinking about a different line, so unfortunately I have forgotten.
18. That's actually enough, I think. I think fasting, eruption, talk, windmill gets us the kill.
Yeah, if it does and you work the halt in the middle there, then...
18. Yeah, I have to I think so. I think either way, it's what we do. You gotta die, slobber. Oh, and we have a rushdown in play, don't we? Yeah. So our hand opens up a lot.
This has all just got the shop music as well, by the way, so it's
really?
As though you're fighting the merchant.
15 plus 21 sure ain't 38. 15, 21 looks like 36. Number is too small.
From most angles, certainly.
15
Pop
plus
that halt
28, though. That'll do it.
Because you already have full block. So do you need to delete someone this turn? It is prevention of weak, right? So I'm on board with it being part of the plan. But if you can set it up such that that's not a hard pin to knock down in the future, then I don't know, maybe you even Conjure Blade here. Next hand,
Take
delete a target.
Next hand, have a 3x9, make that a 3x18. 18 weakened, 5 off, 13 by 3, 39. That guaranteed to kill this slaver.
Mm-hmm.
But then, how are we blocking you next turn?
Well, I mean, Scroll has the ability to get you through a whole bunch of stuff. But
we'll only have 2 energy because of fasting.
2 energy. Right, of course, because that wasn't prevented. So 2 energy means expunger and... Well, I mean, scroll
here's
is
an
still
option,
0
though.
cost.
We talk to the hand the frontliner, right? And then like windmill or conjure, because then next turn we have a guaranteed tantrum, and that's a way to turn tantrum into quite a bit of block, which we're going to want to play anyway. That plus this is 8 by base, and we're
next
looking
turn,
pretty okay.
Next turn you could even tantrum and then scroll into the tantrum.
Yep.
Or try at least.
So what are we playing? Conjure? Or are we windmill here to weaken this one?
Yeah, I thought it was windmill on the back line was the consideration there.
I think so too. This conjure wants love. We need to take more prostrates. Give me love! No! No love.
There's the tantrum for a kill. Honestly, like, tantrum, yeah. Tantrum the front line to get the kill, and then Deceive Reality is your safety already. That's 8, total of 14.
Now we just wait.
Can't scroll. Yeah, exactly. And then every
we totally
turn...
should take a prostrate. Is this just Eruption Vigilance? No, I can't afford it! Just Lucky, Swift Strike.
Eruption Safety.
Eruption Safety. Hope to see Lesson Learned. And if not, probably a Halt or a Defend. Yeah, it's pretty safe, right?
I mean, and you've got a Protect that you're holding in hand, so any turn, that is just, again, a Vault. Perfect.
Just Lucky up.
Nice.
Molten Egg. Don't mind it. Another Ancient Potion. Actually very good for Collector, which I hadn't even really talked about. Empty Body. Temptation. Temptation. I'm not totally convinced that we need it, but it's another way to get out of Wrath. It's a good block card. I could take it. I'd rather have Halts and Prostrates. What?
What about a follow-up?
Not really struggling to do damage, are we? But it does work quite nicely with fasting. Dude, I think we should just skip.
Okay.
I think we should skip. There's a bunch of zero-cost attacks and blocks that we really like. We're sufficiently strong. We don't have to take things. Unless we die here. Which is a real potential outcome.
Yeah, you got a fairy in a bottle. You can come back.
Yeah, I'm not really dead.
Talk to the hand. Defend is already full block.
This is the question. Would we rather just defend? I think so. Yeah. I think so. I think I do want the energy next turn.
Okay, so he's not trying to do Frail. I was about to say, I think you should use an Ancient Potion to prevent the downside of Fasting and Frail. Or Vulnerable, in case you just want to blow up the back line of this turn.
I think we might be able to, like, win this turn.
Okay.
We're in that world now. So we have 4 energy.
Does Rushdown have to be part of it if you're trying to win this though?
No, not necessarily. Well, we're not going to win-win. We're going to kill Shelled Parasites and leave the Mushroom Body to be learned upon.
That's winning, yeah.
Yeah. Fasting, so yeah, so it would be like, we could do like Fasting.
Fear, Eruption.
Fear No Evil, Eruption,
And
Tantrum. Yeah, and when we do that, we have 3 more. So Tantrum's part of it, Windmill Strike part of it. With the Fasting, Tantrum's at 7 base, 14 on the double, 14,
40.
28, 42. We need to do 83. And
so
this is
half the
another
dealt.
12. This is another. This will be 30. We like certainly have the kill on the Shelled Parasite here, right?
Extremely. And also,
Extremely,
if
definitely.
you work Halt into it, you can even full defend against the Shell Parasite if you do want to, for some reason, leave it on low HP.
Right.
Mm-hmm. We need to get you the teardrop locket.
Agreed.
That would be start every fight in calm.
Windmill strike, so that in case I've horribly misjudged my position, but we didn't. We're planning to win. We're planning to get an upgrade.
Good plan.
Good plan. Upgrade all cards.
How's your area of effect damage right now?
It's pretty bad. And I like Conclude Plus as a one-off option to like no longer be worried about Darklings, Jawworms, Reptomancer,
Shapes.
Just
in case you
take
get
a
two
one-off
exploders. But you'd be able to deal with two exploders in the shapes anyway. That's not really.
It's probably a
super huge
good pickup,
consideration.
dude, and especially
Yeah.
with Damaru and energy or fasting. Like this is 20 after fasting. If we do pick up some prostrates, starts doing 60 AOE damage. That like wins the Act 4 Elite fight, right? So
Yep.
I do like that as a one-off pretty immensely. Jack.
Well, we wanted to get you jaxed.
What about this?
It's not bad. I'm going to be real with you. It's not bad. Jaxed's ability to draw you 3 cards instantly in a lot of these fights is pretty huge.
And get just Stronks
Just Stronks.
online.
You use Stronks a lot.
I do love to be Stronks. Really, we all do. Like,
I've been trying to get a little stronger.
Wow. How delightful.
Oh, actually, it's funnily relevant. Let me see if I can actually, because I'm on camera. I can find an image of this and then send that to, or send that, or rather show that.
Of what?
Is it? So my partner was in Melbourne recently.
Uh-huh.
Just out and about, just working at Supernova at a kind of like nerd convention-ish kind of situation.
Nerds.
On
the
and
loose.
he found. Here we go. This man. Play? Play.
Oh, look at that big man.
And he is called Stronks.
Stronks the dog.
You just had a whole thing of Stronks, and then Stronks up there, and then where will Stronks go tonight? It's all Stronks.
That's funny. So we have a lot of options on this turn, to be clear.
Mhm.
And I'm trying to find the option which consistently lets us learn a lesson next turn, or in a few turns.
Yep.
Which means fasting is probably part of it. If we fasting, this conclude is when we're in Wrath, doing 44 damage. And so there's totally a world where we like fasting tantrum conclude and just kill the Centurion.
Yeah.
But then we are stuck in Wrath.
Uh-huh. Worst case scenario, you've got a
But-
windmill strike that you're holding in hand.
And Mystic will have to heal.
Right, yes,
They
because it
can
would have
heal
taken
2
a
turns
huge
in a
amount of
row.
damage to the conclude.
Conclude. That's right. So that case, if we've broken it already, why don't we Simmering Fury conclude to draw a little faster?
Or Fear No Evil, Simmering Fury.
Nice. But then... Fear No Evil the Mystic. No, Fear No Evil Centurion, Simmering Fury, and then still play conclude just to punish the Mystic? Okay. Okay. I like that. I like that. Oh, but now we're not concluding. But that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
They will attack next turn or buff.
Yeah, it's the access to extra energy for the next turn, considering you already have the fasting debuff.
Aye.
Halt already gets you safe.
Aye.
Oh, it's so good.
It is.
Scry. Oh, okay.
We could scroll. Just gonna let them do their thing.
Go for it.
I really want to use this Damaru, dude. I think we should be in the business of
I want to see it
Damarizing.
happen.
Yeah. Oh. 2 energy. That's tough. How do I kill? Strike, lesson learned.
Yeah.
Extra energy. Art of War. Art of War's been surprisingly good.
That was so damn good in Jet. It's giving you a chance. It's giving you another chance. You already generate so much block that you don't need it, but it's giving you another chance.
I think I like a power potion over the second ancient. Okay. It has been 600 years.
We need to see.
But we made it. No! Wait, but this is pretty good,
It's still pretty good, yeah.
right?
It is.
We can pass this back and forth. And do you care about Molsoning? Let's look at your shop. Let's figure out what we need. I think I'm definitely sending you. I think I'm definitely sending you this war paint.
Yes. Yes. And then I can collect it in the next area. I won't be able to send it back until I get to the end of the act myself.
Are you planning to buy things in this store? And what would be your optimal purchase?
All right, I need to reacquaint myself with this deck.
I know, it's been like 600 years.
Defrag? Okay, so we're very much an
definitely
old
want some
kind of
upgrades.
situation. I definitely want those upgrades. I just wish I could
Okay.
hop across to them.
I'm gonna go ahead and put that in.
Oh, yeah. I definitely want that one.
333.
I think I should probably just... Honestly, I'm feeling closer and closer to just cut a strike move.
Yeah, and there's another merchant in this act too, for what it's worth, which you may want to path through. And you can.
Should I take loop? I just got focus.
I do like loop for you a lot. Panache. Is there anything that you want to send to me?
Unfortunately, with my available options, no, not particularly. Oh, Chill got the
That's
upgrade.
so cool that we got to get double value out of the war paint. I hope you get to send it back.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be so wicked. I'll just sit here. I'll just wait.
Okay. So, the thing about this fight for me right now is I think I just popped the essence. Secret technique can pull...
Multi?
Multi? Do I want to do that right now? I mean, I could chill secret technique, the multi, and then just pop the essence afterwards.
I'm trying to find a line for you to not play that darkness, because seriously, that is a win any fight in the game potion for you.
It
And
is.
so
This enemy has
lovely.
160 HP, and
They
without
do.
Dark Orbs, I have 0 ways of dealing 160 HP.
It's true, and you have a dark orb, but it's doom and gloom. You got a little ways to go, and so here's a question:
Mm-hmm.
can you win if you play a focus potion here, and do like focus potion, chill, secret technique for cool-headed?
Secret technique for the cool-headed. So my 3 cards this turn would be chill, secret technique, and cool-headed to guarantee the
Maybe.
draw.
We would. Oh, you don't have Centennial Puzzle. Oof.
No.
We would be probably breaking Pocket Watch and playing also Storm and Rip and Tear or something like that.
Mhm.
Actually, Rip and Tear I was considering Sling of Courage for you, but I respect not taking it, and it'll save us more money to make you hopefully stronger in the end game.
Here's hoping.
Okay, so just for the sake of being complete,
Let's do it.
if we calc out that line from there,
Sure.
how long does it take us to do 160, right? So we secret technique, we get the cool-headed, we've got a couple ice orbs in play, we are blocking for 8 at that point based on those. We've got
Mhm.
Storm, we've got Rip and Tear, you take 6 damage on this turn.
Yep. I deal 18. In the rest of my draw pile, I have 10, 22, 3 per turn it's up.
Panache. We're forgetting Panache. Like it's not a
Panache
card.
is there. It's not that it's not a card.
Yeah.
But
it's not proccing more than a couple times.
Yeah, exactly. I don't have a huge amount of draws, so like occasionally on a turn it will proc. Like outside of the pocket watch, but
man, that defragment needs an upgrade so badly.
Mm-hmm.
Desperately. I agree with you that this fight looks really, really hairy if we don't push it to the limit. So what's your considered play then? It's Dark Orb, or sorry, Essence of Darkness immediately, and then like Chill and Storm.
No, it would be So Chill, Secret Technique, because ultimately what I want, right? Let's go from what I want and work backwards from there. Ultimately what I want is if the multicast occurs late in this cycle, I want to be able to blow up the enemy with it, like not entirely, a significant amount. A lot of me is,
what you want with Essence of Darkness is to use your orbs, and you won't clear through 6 if you're chilling and cool heading first. So it's not, you've got 6 slots, right? You can certainly afford to play it and evoke a few of them for just the 8 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Or 6.
Okay, so we're not pocket watching this turn.
That's the consideration, yeah.
Gosh.
It would be really nice to be able to set up recycle and multi. Which is not entirely unlikely, actually, with the hologram, too.
The thing is, recycle is 0 cost. It can burn maximum a 2 cost. Then I can multi if I actually want to get super value out of it. Otherwise, it's burning like a 1 cost. So
yeah, that's fine, though. I mean,
it's
two more
fine.
casts of a Dark Orb.
Quite small,
It's
though.
big. Block potion here also.
The chill and block potion already full block us.
What are we? Why do I feel like I'm missing something? Why? Like right now, my feeling based on the way we're talking is that defect is like a full act behind the curve, and there's no way that that's true. We must be stronger than we think we are in some way. Are we really just undervaluing the power of incremental damage and block, or are we truly just awful at Book of Stabbing?
I think this is a deck and a situation and a position where we are a android without batteries. Right? We have the shell that can function.
Yeah.
We're missing a key ingredient, and that is more focus. And with more focus, suddenly, suddenly, like, this deck is great, but we need more focus.
You have a frozen core too.
I do have a frozen core.
Brother, if it were me, I would strongly consider playing a focus potion, playing chill, playing storm, and playing a rip and tear.
Okay. You don't want to go with the I want to go with the essence. To be clear, I am going to dodge everything after this. I'm going safety for upgrades. But okay. I understand this is the consideration for the end game, right? For the collector, especially.
Yeah. Well, and the other consideration that it's for, and the reason why my path that I would have done is probably wrong, is I'm trying to minimize your turn-by-turn damage taken, and so I'm trying to take advantage of focus, and I'm trying to take advantage of frost orbs. But truthfully, this fight is a race. If you're trying to outscale damage on the book, you are going to fail. Period. We need to have a plan to beat this enemy by turn 4 or 5 at the latest. And the only way that you will ever do that is with Essence of Darkness. And so it's a question of best way to set it up. And that's where I lean towards, potentially something like Chill Secret Technique Dual Cast. Essence of Darkness. It's all funky. I want to get you a space.
I don't want to throw away the dual cast before the essence is up.
Just because it's another... I mean, you'll be doing just as well just evoking.
But twice.
You got a hologram too. Okay, look. Whatever line you see, just play Storm. You'll be glad to have more ways to evoke orbs. I guarantee you're going to struggle so hard to evoke six dark orbs, and you should plan to evoke 6 dark orbs. There's no need to like play 6 dark orbs like you only have 1 and plan to multicast it for the win. You should get evocation value. Oh, you're gonna go focus and essence. Respect.
I don't want to, but this is the, as you say it, this is the line I see. All of my lines have come back to, I think I need both of them.
Okay.
I don't want it, but
You got to figure out how you're gonna beat Collector. Panache
yes.
upgrade and a good draw. This is definitely the first time in this series where I've felt the strain of trying to run 2 decks. And like we both are. But coming out of that Watcher cycle and then trying to reacquaint myself with this defect deck is like starting from 0. It's really tough.
Mm-hmm.
This deck is really, I think you're right. I think it is. There's an android in here, man. This deck is not far from being really quite good. We just have to find it.
I need the draw. All right, I've loaded the gun.
Gun loaded. Begin unloading the gun. You have a panache in this hand, you can proc it.
Mm-hmm.
The recycle especially. Oh yeah, dual cast here, loop here. Oh dude, yeah, you win, right?
I want to win.
I think you do win.
You are a lot more confident in how much damage we have in this hand than I am. I think I win in general.
Not on this turn. To be clear, not on this turn.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just I'm looking to see you win the run. Might as well play the block potion here, I guess. Huh? Like, oof.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good turn for it.
Honestly, and all
Maybe
of these
you'll
are
get a
giving me
potions event.
value. I've been healing with the Toy Ornithopter the entire time.
Yeah, that's been great.
Go to hell.
And victory. Straight to heck.
Dude, not past go. Huh.
These are cards. Yay, it's my rebound. It's back.
It came back to... Ooh. It's 3 strikes and 2 defends. I might be better off without a strike. Chill, cool-headed, frozen core, dual cast, multicast.
I don't
like
do enough
a
damage.
lot of these.
I'm hard pressed to skip
grade.
the upgrades here.
Grade.
Hard pressed. Like, you still care about the strike damage. Ideally, we don't. Soon. I would love if you took this removal and then they were like, here's 2 more on the house, it would be very clear that you take the removals, right? Like absolutely 100% of the time. 100% of the time. And maybe it is still removal. Maybe we really are at the point. You know, you have a zap. You have... Okay, yeah, dude. Yeah. Cut a card. I like it. I like it. We need to get your batteries in the android. And I feel like the simplicity there is like taking the android and like rubbing it really aggressively on a fuzzy blanket, and like the static electricity builds up, and then it kind of animates for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually the static electricity will run out. Oh, the rain came back. Big rain. Fingers crossed my gutters don't flood.
Fingers crossed.
Panache upgrade? Storm upgrade? Multicast upgrade, loop upgrade. You have 4 really incredible upgrades,
Yeah, exactly.
and more.
Got the ability to get at least one more before the end of the act.
I think Panache upgrade is the upgrade which best predicts beating hallway fights and collector.
Yeah, it's the one that has the most value in both of them. I can upgrade the hologram for a longer fight later. I'm also going to go to more question marks to make some use of my memory. If I get thwack, I can just choose not to thwack.
You can do thwack, I think.
There it is.
There's the consume.
Oh,
There's the turbo.
There's
the capacitor. There's a ball lightning. There's the tempest. There's so many good picks here. I like the consume pick a lot.
Yeah, this runic
need to
capacitor is so everything. Ooh. It is so transformative fundamentally. Excuse me. Really what did you just do to me, game?
It's fine.
I'll have you know I have 300 confirmed.
It's not bad. It's 16 damage. Not so bad. We heal.
Could certainly be worse.
We got consumies. We got dual cast. We got all sorts of stuff.
At the start of your turn, you trigger it an extra time, but we're gonna go 7/7/7 this turn anyway.
And you have a dual cast here too. So like.
Oh, that's true.
You all right?
All good.
All right, now we do whatever we want.
We have officially escaped.
Okay, you should give yourself the chance to flex here. How do you want to beat this snake plant? You got to recycle, and you cannot die. What do you want?
I want to get the multicast. Do I? I don't know. I think it starts with just burn and defend that I don't intend to use at all ever.
Cool.
We'll see.
It begins. A panache. More consumption. Oof. This poor fool. This unfortunate fool. You can take damage now. Okay. More cards.
More cards indeed. Do I use any of these though?
I wish you had more upgrades. If that Sunder were upgraded, I would really strongly recommend it.
Just straight up and down damage. But it feels like I'm moving increasingly far away from that. That consume wants an upgrade. That loop desperately wants an upgrade, especially considering the consume's getting an upgrade. Can
you turn one of these into a turbo?
Ooh.
Just abracadabra.
Reroll this one.
Screw you and your.
Give it the secret RNG click.
I think I would take a skim here, maybe, but.
I think my energy is at such a push right now. I don't really have a good way to generate it yet.
Okay. We skippy. Yippee skippy.
If I don't get an energy relic after this this upcoming boss, things get even dicier.
Oh. We know what's in this store because I had it.
Don't we just?
You want a static discharge? You want an anchor?
I think I want both.
Will you have enough money to send me something if you do that? Wow. I want that war paint back.
Static
that was a loan.
Anchor, one more enemy, average of 15. So static anchor is puts me
226.
226.
So no. Usually no. But I mean, it would be nice to take advantage of this courier for sure, because if you can send it back, then I can send it back to you again.
Yeah, exactly. That's the huge value out of it, and we really do want to do that consistently. I want as many skill upgrades as you can give me. I will take every single one, and every single one will be good. What I could also do is just cut static.
Hard remove static. I like that. I like that. You've got a chill, so you have some turn 1 value. Boot sequence is in your card pool.
And I've got the frozen core creating one on turn 1 as well.
Yeah.
And sometimes this is defensive in a fashion.
You get a panic button.
I get energy?
To see that turn one defrag.
No energy for me. That's sad.
Defrag chill is kind of energy. Get all that energy. It's actually a pretty good block. 6, 12, 18.
Next times would be 0.
You only take 2. It's not abysmal, and actually taking 2 gives you more draw, so that you can panache these fools right in their dome space.
Kind of a little bit ideal, even.
Kind of is. Recycle maybe like. Oh man, I would have played the Hello World for sure. For sure. But I think with this many Frost Orbs, like, you have no risk.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's
Cannot
about have
die.
I escaped, and I have.
We done gone and did it.
As it turns out, Calipers would I would be the world's blockiest man. Whether or not it's necessary, completely different thing. But I would
For
what I would be able
calipers
to
to
do.
have value, you need to overblock and then be able to take advantage of that block remaining to block something that you wouldn't have otherwise been able to block.
Yes, which there is a circumstance that exists in, and that is where I've got a lot of Frost Orbs from Chill and from Crack Core and etc., and I'm
You evoke
pushing
them.
them away for something else
Yep.
so that I can transition into all damage later on while still being defended.
Honestly, I think Calipers was a very reasonable pick. Calipers had one fatal flaw, which is that Calipers cost us 330 gold, and we were very gold constrained on what we wanted to do in this act, right? So,
Yeah.
in these hallway fights, the Calipers wasn't going to help you at all, as long as you played well, and you play well.
And we couldn't have known that I was going to get a consume afterwards as well either.
No. Yeah, that's
I
a good
don't
point.
want any of these. Bullseye is a small consideration, literally just to have direct damage, but
I would consider this stack.
Hmm?
I would take like one more good block card, and stack is a great block card. I would definitely consider it.
I think the reason I'm mainly not considering it is because power does generate cards, to be fair. Exhaust's currently not getting exhaust ultimately. Probably
True.
exhausts every time I draw it. Exhausts every time I draw it.
It's true.
Which means like my maximum discard pile at any one time that Stack is going to be pulling from is going to be anywhere between 0 and 6.
You think your maximum discard is
It's
6?
it's not okay. It's not exactly 6. Let's do the actual count, right? 6,
Sure,
7,
but like
6.
like 12. There's like a 1 cost that blocks for 12 in the best case. And
Yeah.
yeah,
I
you can certainly.
and my
skip here.
Frost
The
Orbs
fact that you
already accomplished that,
Yeah.
and then some.
The key is, well, you're going to be underblocking on turn 1 in Act 3. I can guarantee that. We definitely, but stack doesn't help you with your turn 1. Boot sequence does. Unfortunate to not see the war paint, which we decided to pass back and forth. But whatever would you do anyway?
Exceedingly deeply unfortunate. I think it's Consume 100% of the time here. As much as I want Storm up, I think Consume needs to be upgraded right now.
I like Consume Loop, Static Discharge, Storm. I like Consume here a lot, and I think you can win with the Consume upgraded. You've got good potions too to help carry you through the early torch heads, and you can very definitely get yourself into a position to where you're at least blocking against Collector, which is great. I like it. And with
Really only
Consume
wanna play 2
upgraded,
times.
if you were offered a fusion hammer, like, you can at least consider it, right? You know, and you want to be able to consider that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's often the question that I have to ask is like, if I will never upgrade another card after this boss. So the question becomes, do we play through yours first while we still got Defect on the mind? Because I'm down to. Carry the momentum.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so. Yeah, for exactly that reason. Panacea doesn't look awful, but there is also a large part of me that like is looking at that deep breath along the lines of, as soon as I play my best card, re-roll it, or
I think
Enlightenment,
Panacea looks
open
great.
hand, Consume.
This is why I think Panacea is the best card here. In the worst case, it blocks weak. In the best case, you play that Power Potion, which you're probably playing anyway, and you've got 4 permanent focus.
Let's do it. Ooh, Doom and Gloom down at the very start as well.
Play that Power
Baby.
Potion, dude. Let's see it. Damn. Well, is it Capacitor then over Defrag? Probably not, right?
No, it definitely is. We've got the
It is?
the
Okay, cool.
Consume upgraded. Otherwise, I'm start feeling bad about how little I can do in that realm.
Yeah.
I do want to max out my draw here, but like I want a Capacitor, I want a Doom and Gloom.
Doom and Gloom.
I don't want to leave myself without Chill and Cool Headed and Zap and things like that, but those will passively accumulate over time. Doom and Gloom has
What
to
if
go
this
out
is-
is the thing.
What if this is just Capacitor Doom cool-headed?
Leave Chill in the cycle. Leaving Chill in the cycle is not bad.
Leave Chill in the cycle, don't play the Panacea, keep your Pocket Watch like you said.
Why did I just do that in the wrong order?
Because you want to be able to dual cast this Frost Orb for a big block.
Thank you. That's exactly why I did it. And I definitely
look,
never make any mistakes.
If you really think about it, what happens most of the time is that your consideration is so far ahead of the curve that you can't even keep up with.
Yep.
Real talk though, there is a ton of intuition and gut in a game like this, and I know that the purest strategist would be like, shut up. There's no such thing as gut. There's just good decisions and bad decisions and getting lucky. But I find that this game is so complex that I can't always conceptualize everything all the time. Sometimes I have those moments where I'm like, I know this is the best play. And I can't really articulate why, but I know this is the best play. This turn, I know that we always play Defragment, and we usually play Dual Cast. I know those things.
I think we hollow back the Chill.
Yeah, that seems great.
So that would be defrag, hollow, chill, but I also kind of want to get the loop out there because, like, we've got the consume left in the draw pile and we'll have defrag out.
At the same time...
And then I would also dual cast to pop the frontlining one, getting the Dark Orb down, and then the loop is out. Yeah, I'm pretty hard committed to that unless you've got... So it'd be defrag,
The only thing
hollow...
that I have to offer is that with a defrag and a couple consumes down the line, if you fill up with Frost Orbs, you're not taking damage for a while, especially if you can kill some Torch Heads. So you can afford to go at whatever pace you want to at that point.
Cool.
Looks like a fantastic turn. And yeah, growing this orb a little faster, especially if you can panache away these fools in an ideal world.
Only that drew me a card at the time.
Are you going to rebound Rip and Tear?
I might rebound nothing, just increase my cycle through the deck. Like, Rip and Tear, then rebound.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, because you're not proccing Panache here anyway, so... I like it. You've got one Torch Head who's pretty much ready to be die.
He's prepared for die.
Prepared for to be die.
How many powers do I
Curious
even
turn.
have left in here? Because this is ultimately the problem, right? Like, I'm going to have the Torch Heads down and then blow up the nerd in the back line.
Which is why I wonder...
If I just dual cast this one?
Or literally just multicast this turn.
It still only gets, like,
Yeah,
a total of
I would just dual... I think I might
damage
very
against the
strongly
backline?
consider just dual casting this turn, dual cast consume, and like play Hello World or something.
Ooh, Hello
Wait.
World? Do we want to dilute the deck with that?
Yeah, sure. It's just options per turn. It increases your chance of proccing Panache. It'll give you holograms. It'll give you turbos. Like, Hello World is totally fine here. I don't think that there's any risk that Hello World is like, oh crap, we drew 2 less cards this cycle and it kept us from being able to play the thing that we needed to do.
What
Just
about
effectively
something
give
like
you
a-
6 draw.
What about something like a Zap, though?
You can certainly do both.
Not without blowing up my
You don't
pocket
have to
watch.
have Pocket Watch go off every single turn, right? I think that you generally, I think almost everybody underrates Hello World. I think almost everybody, even with lots of play, gets to a point to where you're like, surely by Act 2, it's too late. Surely at this point, it's garbage, right? I'm always shocked by it. I'm like, you created a what? You created a this? Like a leap? It's like a lot of block.
If you gave me a master reality,
Uh-huh.
I could have every card from Hello
Oh my
World
gosh, you're
upgraded.
right. Fully upgraded commons for the rest of time. That's actually super cute. That's funny, man.
So this is 777.
Panacea, you're late.
More than enough.
I mean, it lets you proc Panache or something. That's cute. Like recycle.
And that is something I should consider, right? Like,
rip and tear.
yeah. Teak. Get rid of that.
Yeah, get that.
I think I do just need to play cards this turn.
Agreed. In
know
general,
what?
that's the typical best way, in my opinion, to play around Pocket Watch is draw extra cards, play the strongest hand I can. When you have a slow turn, you have a strong turn coming up next. Proc it whenever it makes sense, but don't like deny yourself the whole hand just because you want to draw 8 cards every turn. Unless there's a very specific, like, unless you're cycling Rampage, you know, then you don't need to draw 8 cards every turn. You just need to draw 8 cards when it's convenient to do.
How many of these can I play?
These are some stinky enemies.
Rebound, zap, cool-headed,
Nice.
zap. Compile Driver is great right now.
That's funny. Get to like a dual cast,
There it is.
play it. There's a recycle. You can keep going. You can do whatever you want. You could recycle Storm. if
I
you
can
wanna
recycle
play
Storm.
it.
I have no other powers. So it draws a card for us, but that's all it does.
And dual cast, you get another Frost Orb anyway.
I'm going to hit that there because an 8 can kill that now. Double whiffed, but
Everybody's gonna die eventually, and that means that we're not getting resummons. Yeah,
Everybody's
look,
gotta
go
die
for the
sometime.
eyes. You get as many panache procs as you want. That's awesome. Oh man.
Stack. You can be. Calm down. And again, and one more time.
Boom. That was cool. I liked that little play right there. That was Tricky Rick. Get him. Tear him up.
He's not summoning this turn.
Move him out.
You made an awful mistake.
Rawhide.
So,
GG.
GG. Let's have a look at yours.
Oh, nice reminder. Nice catch. Okay. I moved you to main screen, so now I'm putting you back on alt screen so that I can focus on some business. There's nothing else I need to send you here, I think.
I
You
don't
can
think
just go.
so, no.
Okay.
I
I have 12
am-
life. What do you think about that?
I don't think you rest.
We could recall.
You could recall. I think your fairy in a bottle is a rest in a bottle right now. It is a if I needed to have rested, then it fixes. Oh, of course, bad crap. Never mind. Man, you're never gonna regret that Jax upgrade. You do get to cycle your deck like 2
The
times.
biggest thing
in
is that we
normal
have a
fight.
lesson learned, right? So in an ideal world, we get quite a lot of upgrades next act, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 upgrades. Unlikely that we're lessening all these learns or learning all these lessons or something, right? So certainly not the end of the world to upgrade something. And the question, I think, is it Jax or Conjure Blade? Talk to the hand.
I think your Tantrum is your Conjure Blade a lot of the time.
Almost always. If I knew I was going to get this card, I probably would have skipped this card, truthfully.
So I think it's Jax.
I like it. It's fun. It's fresh.
I think Tantrum might be your next upgrade, but that's an early call as well.
It might have even been the best.
Finger in the air. Yeah, I mean that's your potion.
Do I even need to use it though? This is what it comes down to, right? It's like, do I even need to use it?
I will say
Maybe
we're having a little bit of pixelation.
We are looking at some chop.
just
Yeah.
just a chop or two.
Do you want to do a rebooty? Try to get a new Discordy? Let's do that real quick.
Sure. We'll be back in a sec. And we are back and all good. Hell yeah, let's go into this
We're
combat.
Gucci. And the question that we were asking is, there's a couple paths. An obvious path is to play an ancient potion. I posit, I'd really like to not.
Okay.
If we can get away with it. I'd really like to not. And the reason is that this is a phenomenal potion for the heart fight. Like, we're definitely in a position to start holding potions to win the run. And with both a Sacred Bark and with just Vulnerable as an effect, we can put in so much work with this in the Act 3 bosses or the hearts. And so the question is, can we win without it? And if so, what does that look like, right? And we probably want to play fasting, but then we're denying ourselves energy most of the time. And so maybe the answer is we play the usually lower value potion here.
Yep. Find Deva form and then fasting
gives us
doesn't
Deva
matter.
form, then it's real easy. Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
I like that a lot.
If it doesn't, we have to play around it.
Strange. I don't think you need double fasting with no energy debuff for the entire fight.
What about 0 energy turns? Nope. I don't think so either. So like water versus foresight, right? And like water is a lot of block. I mean, that's 10 block on the turns where we need it. We might care about that. But foresight is also kind of a lot of block. If we have 2 foresights in play, I mean, we get to scry away 6 cards every turn. We can be pretty sure about what we draw.
You can be incredibly sure about what you draw. But are you going to use that a lot of the time to draw defense? That might be easier to just have?
Yeah, that's a good point, right? Yeah. Well, no, my thinking was that I would just use it to draw winning the fight. Because we've proven that we can just do like 150 damage in a turn, right?
Sure.
With some like tantrum business.
It is definitely a line. Don't get me wrong. You know what? I do like specifically that for the ability to go like, I'm going to set up the end of this draw cycle to be a bunch of calm entries and tantrum, and I've got, you know, mad. I've got mad online. I've got the...
Yeah, and here's another option too. Here's what foresight I think opens up for us. What if we don't play fasting on this turn? What if for the first draw, we just focus on getting up our powers? We use foresight to get those online safely. This turn we don't play fasting. We play like talk to the hand, eruption, tantrum. And then we use the foresights to try to make sure that we get outs to get our other powers, and we play fasting cycle 2.
Okay.
Might work fine.
Okay. You are going past Fear No Evil, which is one of your calm exits.
True. That's part of the reason why this is pretty important.
So your outs now are Vigilance.
Well...
Or just over-defending, which is entirely possible.
Yeah. No,
especially with
pretty
hold
much
defending for a billion. 1 billion trillion.
So then do we consider just not playing these? We could. It certainly makes next turn much less scary. We could literally just strike Fear No Evil, call it a turn.
I don't love slowing down your generation of damage.
It's probably okay, though. Conclude kills off the torch heads basically by itself.
Although does conclude do that if you don't have Wrath? What if you draw conclude before Simmering Fury?
Right.
I think you go into Wrath. Absolute worst case scenario, you have a fairy in a bottle.
I think I agree with you. We did that much damage without fasting, notably. Here's this. Here's this. So are we like pitching everything but these two?
It's not awful. You don't leave yourself with much defense this turn.
It's true. But well, there's some defense maybe if... No, we have like no defense this turn. But what else do we do, right? I mean, we're planning to intercom.
Oh, throw the Swift Strike as well.
Throw it?
Yeah, use Art of War this turn. Because you're going to have the extra draw from the Simmering Fury as well as Pocket Watch next turn.
I was just going to turn this into 2 block, but that's not that much. Okay. Man, it's rolling thunder out there. I love that sound so much. Oh, no! That's awkward.
Sometimes they are.
Sometimes times are awkward. So next turn we win with Conclude. So this turn is all about blocking as much as we can. Is it ever not Simmering Fury then? No, surely not.
1877,
No.
so you're taking 32 damage this turn max. When in the other mode. Unless you go for just lucky for 5 more defense, which looks like you are
We're
doing.
definitely doing that.
Okay.
And
So
I
Art of
think
War
we're
gets turned back off.
pitching these. Yeah, but we're generating 6 energy with Vigilance and Simmering Fury. We're gonna have plenty of energy. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
The big blade. The that blade is the thing that may want it.
19. Yeah, 19 damage. Yeah, Conjure Blade, setting up Conjure Blade to just get the win. That's pretty true. Yeah, we can definitely play around just like I win on turn 4 kind of situations.
To include. And Halt, in case anyone's damaging you this time.
No one will attack.
Okay.
If we're killing these, no one will attack.
Good.
Which is my plan.
You know, the most annoying thing is you cannot Conjure Blade then conclude, nor conclude then Conjure Blade.
Yeah, that is the most annoying thing. There is... No, there's not. If we had a 0 cost Wrath entry, like a Crescendo Plus, then we could do effectively that.
Yeah. Big setup turn. You can utilize it later.
Was pretty sure I wanted to get those powers online.
Yes.
What I'm wondering now is if we're playing Scroll on this turn,
Yes.
and if so, when? Because we are 1 damage shy of killing this one, and then also either way we'd be stuck in Wrath. I think we can mitigate that substantially because we have a Vigilance coming,
And Halt.
Fear No Evil in hand, and Halt, true.
In your position, I would probably throw the strike against the one that survives, and then scroll, leaving myself with the ability to play the fasting and then conclude should I draw it.
What about this option? What if, because we played Rushdown, what if we Fear No Evil and Eruption?
Yeah,
Generate
totally
an
do that
extra
first.
energy? If we're breaking Art of War anyway? And then we start working towards a turn to where maybe we don't play Conclude. We certainly can. We certainly can. And maybe even like, if we Fear No Evil and Eruption, we might end up in a turn to where we conclude from Calm and still get the kills, which could be safer, right? Right? Like, this is killing you now. If we strike here, they're in Conclude and Calm range.
How do you get
We
back
could
to
like
calm?
Simmering Fury and Scrawl.
Oh, yeah.
There's so much to do, right? It's crazy. It's totally crazy. So much to do. So much to see.
I'm not content with taking the back seat.
Nobody is.
I mean, you're too short of defending full and just letting them live, even.
Yeah, but
If
we
there's
should kill
any
them.
value in that.
How are we blocking next turn? Protect. Fasting. 6 energy. We're gonna be stuck in Wrath. We might just be dead next turn. No, because we're gonna Vigilance, right? We're gonna Jax, Vigilance, Conclude.
Yeah,
but
you
we're
got
going
Simmering
into
Fury.
Wrath.
Yeah.
Because of Simmering Fury.
You got a bottle.
I hate using Fairy in a Bottle here, but you know, we might get an immediate resummon. Which actually would be probably fine. How close are we to just winning? Tantrum,
It's 54.
54. Conclude, 44.
98.
Tantrum, 54. Strike is 84. Conclude puts us at 128.
128.
Next turn, this is 62. 128 plus 62, 190.
Oh,
we
sorry.
win next turn.
With
Yeah.
most rolls, yes.
Yeah, we win next turn. Yeah, because we're gonna like very likely see Tantrum again or some strikes.
And lesson learned is still in the draw pile.
Hell yeah, baby. Strike, Tantrum, conclude. Line.
Yes.
Yeah, man, I love Watcher so much, and I was still in like I think defect mode, and we have this so we can certainly get the lineup. Right, like we're on 6 strength, so this is 32. Oh, they're blocking though, dude. So we do really need to see Tantrum, don't we? Oh no,
Do
we have a
you?
windmill strike. Oh, we can't afford both.
Yeah, you can't afford both. But, okay, so the enemy's HP is 99.
Yeah.
You have 6 strength and no weakened. So lesson learned is 32 damage by itself. The just lucky is 6, it's 10, it's 20.
Oh wow, we hadn't gotten debuffed yet. It's only turn 4. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
And then strike is another 30 as we just saw prior. So you've got
Right.
30, 20, 50, and then another 32 for a total of 82. Yeah, you're not killing this turn.
So
Unless
then
you
we
get
should...
Tantrum instead of the strike. Oh, actually, sorry,
should-
I wasn't counting Swift Strike in that.
You
But
weren't?
also,
Oh, then we probably made it.
yeah, Swift Strike makes it, right? 14. Yeah, Swift Strike extremely makes it. You're good.
Sick. And it's Tantrum. Math so easy. 18, 13. Kind of want to do this.
No. You must prove
that
that
mess
the
it
play
up?
that we chose is correct.
Yeah,
It's all fine.
You're right.
It's fine the entire way. But
No, you're right. We should prove our math. You mathed it. It's perfect.
hell yeah.
Learn a friggin' lesson. Kill a
Get
friggin'
'em.
boss. Save the potions. Get the power potion back. It's like we didn't even use it. It's always it's woo. Woo.
Brilliance gets stronger every turn.
GG, Raps.
GT.
GG. Where's your gut here? Is there anything left?
My gut is on the side of brilliance. But also, you have strength in your deck. So single large hits are significantly less impressive than they otherwise would be. But also it does grow by 1 damage every single turn, 2 damage when you're in Wrath, because dumber.
I will
you
say...
may even move more in its direction.
that I think I almost always go Omniscience here. And it's literally just as a way to oversaturate certain plays that I want to find. Like, I'd be happy to Omniscience to hit Rushdown or Mental Fortress or Talk to the Hand. If we get extra energy, even sometimes fasting.
Wow.
But I do like this Brilliance. This Brilliance will consistently hit for 50. And if we Divinity, it'll hit for 100 or something, but so do our other attacks. Right? We've got a Jax, we've got a Fasting, we've got Tantrum, we've got Conjure Blade. I would take the Blasphemy in a heartbeat if you told me that I could take the Blasphemy and remove every single one of my strikes. Right? That's really nice. But I am a little worried, like, everything that we take that doesn't get us to Eruption and Tantrum and our key powers increases the chance that we just suddenly die when we're trying to, put together all of our combos or something.
I'm gonna kill my boss very quickly on my screen so that I can change the music.
Oh, let's see it. Oh, nice. Oh man.
I didn't even use the multicast.
So what do you
Need
have?
to.
Got good stuff, dude. When are we gonna find you a Chemex?
An awful one that can bring back a recycle is nice. Dual cast and zap as well.
You have zap, you have dual cast, you have a panache in this deck. You're wanting to pick up turbos and stuff. This all for one is sick.
It is.
This all for one's very strong.
I'm almost certainly going to be taking that. Take the Omniscience. My concern with the Omniscience is wait, hang on. I am going to take all for one, and I'm going to check this. Okay, we are flush with energy.
Okay, good.
Take your Omniscience.
Good. I think so, right? And then take probably Slavers.
Probably.
Oh. I get one more right because I did a boss swap. So
Yep.
I made it to Snecko. But I don't know that I can take it. Snecko plus Pocket Watch is hilariously strong. I mean, it's like 10 cards every turn, draw through your whole deck, yada yada.
You don't have
But-
anything dense enough.
But yeah, we're all about playing 1-cost cards consistently. Like, that's how this deck wins. And we don't have a base 4th energy. We have Violet Lotus. I still think it's Slavers. I would consider Runic Dome. Especially if Seed sets up enemy attack patterns, which it does.
That would be a...
Do you want to have a 12-hour episode? I'll sit and take notes on all the fights.
I am so glad we didn't try and do this on the same day as Rise of Slime.
Oh, we would be so hosed.
I would be
We'd
deceased.
be totally hosed.
I would be deceased by now.
We would be deceased.
I think you should just take the slavers
And
call
call
it.
it good.
call it a
What is
day.
that?
That's the Dimension Eel. Do you want to tell us what it is? Oh,
Choose 3 non-boss relics. These will be re-rolled into a new relic of the same rarity and distributed to your teammates with the fewest relics. What?
3 non-boss relics to good old Raps. That is what it says. Yeah, it does, because you've got 5, 4. You got 13. I have 9. I'll get my 10th with the relic that I'm about to take. So what is the other one?
What does this do? The other one is Blue Ladder. You may travel to any room beside you that your friends have visited.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like having more wing boots in a way, except that I'm visiting each other. I want to take this because I don't really get it.
Yeah. So I think what it is
Okay.
is you're just choosing rarities effectively,
Yeah.
and then it just re-rolls what they end up being for me. So over here, I think I actually have a lot of an easier time taking the Runic Tome because occasionally and
And you
quite
might
often,
really
in fact,
want some energy in hallway fights.
I just escape damage sometimes. I think I can do it consistently enough that I can
Okay.
take this.
What is a Dimension Eel?
Wait!
Oh! I have to choose of my relics. Huh.
Dimension Eel? It said choose 3 relics!
I know. I thought it was okay. Of relics that we own.
Okay.
Understood. Then I have a proposal. Then I'm gonna choose wing boots because there's no guarantee we can send it.
Good.
And to the same end, you should probably choose war paint as one of them.
Yep.
I'm going to choose. Damaru is actually so strong, and also I think that on this run I can afford to re-roll it and send it.
How many more attacks are you going to take?
And Molten Egg, yeah, exactly. Definitely Molten Egg, right?
To send to your teammate with the fewest.
So what's going to happen is it's going to take 3 away from me, and then it's going to take 3 away from you. It's going to create 6 relics, and then distribute them.
And distribute them. So,
And so, how many relics do you have?
Are you my teammate with the fewest relics? So you'll get the 3 from me and I'll get the 3 from you? Or...
Oh, I don't know. I thought maybe it would equalize us a little bit, but yeah, maybe it will.
Okay.
I don't know what this means. I'm feeling very Rise of the Slime right now. Am I on fire? Should I be on fire?
It is impossible to know. I think Omamori, Warpaint, and Centennial Puzzle. Like, I just got commons. Unfortunately, I also don't have that many to give. This is sometimes in the opening hand exactly what we need.
Very important. Hard to send away
important,
Centennial Puzzle.
Too
dude.
important.
Ouch.
Too important. Too important.
Yeah. No. Warpaint always. Omamori is fair. The Centennial hurts, but keep Pocket Watch. Pocket Watch is Centennial when you need it. Yeah, you just sent me 3 relics. I have 2 Art of War now, which is very exciting. I also have Bag of Marble and a
2
second anchor.
anchors.
Yeah. Man, I'm sending you some stacked relics, baby.
I know. I can't wait to see what we get.
Oh, would you like to bottle a panache? That's what I would bottle.
Not the defrag with the frozen core?
The reason that I think that you should bottle panache is that you have to survive Act 3.
Yes.
And the card which most predicts surviving Act 3 for you is getting that up and proccing it 1 or 2 times a turn. The defragment, obviously you want, but you also have a consume. You have other sources of focus. You'll be seeking out more.
I don't think I can consistently play 5 cards a turn.
Not yet. You have an Alpha one?
I
You
do
have
have
a
an Alpha
hologram?
one. It's
You have a
the
rebound?
it's the turbo and more draw, like skim or something like that, that's missing.
Well, you have 4 energy now.
That is true.
I don't think it's hard for Defect to get to a position where they can proc Panache. If that's something that you care to do, you'll get there. You can get to a point to where you're proccing it multiple times a turn. Defrag is certainly not bad. It's just very incremental, and I don't think, like, Defrag will be good in every fight, but having Panache on turn 1 will keep you from dying to Reptomancer. The Defrag won't.
So my big reason for the defrag is not just Frozen Core, but I also have Chill, which means
True.
a lot of the time I'm starting fight with 5 Frost Orbs out. And 5 Frost Orbs with 2 focus is a lot.
Is 10 more. It's an anchor worth. It is a lot of block. Absolutely.
Let's do it. All right. Panache is in the bottle. We are going to see you at the link in the description down below. Possibly tomorrow. I know people split these up over a course of a couple of days, and that is
We'll
totally
see you
fair.
in a few days. Yeah.
We'll see you whenever we do. At the link in the description down below. Again.